That is still tricky because of this thing. You're bending your pinky behind. I don't have the most flexible fingers. This guitar's got a nice melodramatic nature to it. It's optimistic, but it's got this like underlying blues nature to it that it's like it wants to be flat. It wants to be flat, but it wants to be perfectly major. And I think it's just relating to the back, which, and then this unique top, everything just is. Phenomenal instrument. It really is. So special. Just wow. So the Authentics, what they're doing now, they're putting truss rods in them. Why is that a bad thing? Well, I've come to the conclusion a lot of the old pre-wars, I have not seen one with a top crack repair. And it's only until I had this guitar and I was stressing the wood that I started to understand. Like, okay, one, hide glue just gives, right? But the bracings, the structure of everything, the way wood was conditioned, it's not like those guitars sat in a humidified environment. And yet, you don't really see them with top cracks, do you? I'm sure there are some. There's just only a handful every year with the pre-wars. But it's the lack of a truss rod, because the truss rod doesn't allow the wood to move in harmony with the box. And so this truss rod, this piece of metal in here that is forcing the wood to maintain a shape, and string tension. It's all about string tension, right, and shape, as I've explained. It's unnatural to, okay, so the top is the most fragile part. This is spruce. This isn't, it's light and it's strong, but it's not dense, it doesn't have a lot of grain that it can stress. And so the way these are built, I've noticed that the back is built to a certain pitch, just like a leaf spring. And that leaf spring, as it shrinks, applies tension to the top. And then as you humidify it, it applies tension to the top. And it does it in multi directions. It's fucking fascinating when you really understand like how intelligent people were back then. They were dealing with technology that we don't deal with anymore, like leaf springs particularly. And leaf springs were at one point that was high technology. So this is a system of leaf springs. So the neck's a leaf spring, the back's a leaf spring, and the top is well, it's under tension, but it's harmonic stabilizer, I want to say. I don't know what the old-timey version of it would be, but it's not a leaf spring. The top's not a leaf spring. The sides, then, it all goes into this whole interesting science. I'll explain the sides again, or why I believe dreadnoughts are shaped the way they are, because I figured it out, but I'm having another brain fart, and the video's already 10 minutes long.